Good afternoon. Will the stage party and the members of the class of 2022 please be seated? Again, good afternoon all. I am Tom Quasigro. I'm the Associate Dean for Student Affairs at the Quillen College of Medicine and the Professor in the Department of Biomedical Sciences. I would like to welcome you to the East Tennessee State University Quillen College of Medicine White Coat Ceremony honoring the class of 2022. It is a glorious day for our new students and for the College of Medicine. This is always a very exciting day. Let me begin by briefly introducing the members of the stage party. To my left is Dr. Brian Noland, the president of East Tennessee State University. Dr. Noland will be speaking with you in a few minutes. To the left of Dr. Noland is Dr. Wilsey Bishop, the Vice President for Health Affairs for East Tennessee State University. Dr. Bishop will be sharing some thoughts at the close of our program. To the left of Dr. Bishop is Dr. Robert T. Means, Dean of the Quillen College of Medicine. He will follow Dr. Noland with a welcome and will be administering the oath of commitment to our students today. Next to Dr. Means is Dr. Kenneth Olive, the Executive Associate Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs at the College of Medicine. Dr. Olive will be administering the honor code to our students today. Next to Dr. Olive is Ms. Lauren Bibb, a fourth-year medical student and a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, who will be discussing the significance of the white coat and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Next to Ms. Bibb is Mr. David Cooper, also a fourth-year student and member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, who will be introducing our keynote speaker. And next to Mr. Cooper is the keynote speaker, Dr. Brian Helsel, a graduate of the Quillen College of Medicine. So let me review some of the data associated with the members of this class so that you will know how proud we are of them already. We examined over 2,250 applications to identify the students before you. The mean age of the class is 24. That's so far back in my rearview mirror, I have no idea where it is. 12 students have already achieved advanced degrees. The science and overall grade point averages and admission examination scores of the class are among the highest we have had. 64 students are from Tennessee. 30 are from the eastern region of the state, 27 are from Middle Tennessee, and 7 are from West Tennessee. 5 of our students are veterans. I would like to ask the veterans to please stand and be recognized so that we can thank you for our service to our country. Please stand. Please be seated. We are proud of you and glad you are here in a safe environment at Quillen. We currently have 2 students in the class who are on Military Health Professions Scholarship. Would the HPSP students please rise and be recognized? Please be seated. These folks will be our military physicians of the future, and having been in the military, I can tell you how important that is. Our out-of-state students are from Georgia, Indiana, North Carolina, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. We have 42 females and 32 males in this class. They have received degrees from 39 different institutions around the country. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate the class of 2022 for all of their accomplishments. Would any members present from the admissions committee please stand so we can thank you for identifying such a strong group of students? Do we have any admissions committee members? Thank you. We expect great things from these students, so thank you for bringing them to us. Next, I would be remiss if I did not recognize a group of very important people. Those are you folks, the people that helped the members of the entering class reach this milestone. The parents, the grandparents, siblings, spouses, children, other family members, friends who have encouraged, motivated, cooked for, cleaned for, paid tuition, and generally supported the members of the entering class as they progress towards achieving their dream of entering medical school on their way to becoming physicians. I would like to ask the members of the class of 2022 to please stand and give your parents and significant others a round of applause. Thank you. These folks would not be able to get here without your help. You know that. As they have heard from me repeatedly already, teamwork makes the dream work. So you are a vital part of the team that we call the Quillen family. So thank you for everything you've done for them. This white coat ceremony brings to close our orientation to medicine program. In the first few days of your medical school education, you will be returning to your demanding curriculum on Monday morning. I am confident that the education that you will receive at the ETSU Quillen College of Medicine will be second to none, not only as it relates to factual information that you will learn about the treatment of disease, but also as it relates to the understanding that your patient is a person, someone who is often in a very fragile state and needs your help with understanding, with compassion, and general support. I would like to share a portion of an email that was received from Dr. Frank Haraff, a 1997 graduate of the Quillen College of Medicine. Dr. Haraff wrote, "After attending Vanderbilt University for residency in pediatrics, I have practiced as a general pediatrician in Nashville. And every day I thank God that Quillen accepted me into its program and trained me not only to be a book-smart doctor, but also a patient-oriented physician." Dr. Haraff's comments illustrate what this white coat ceremony and the Quillen College of Medicine are all about. Over the next 4 years, your responsibility is to acquire the medical knowledge, the related skills, and the appropriate attitudes necessary to allow you to be a professional at all times, and to help you remember to treat your patients as a person rather than a disease. Today, we are pleased to present you with your first white coat that has a pin from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation as a tangible reminder to become the type of physician that Dr. Haraff described, and to remind you of the importance of humanism in medicine. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brian Noland. Dr. Noland became the 9th president of East Tennessee State University in 2012. Prior to coming to ETSU, Dr. Noland spent 5 years as the chancellor of the West Virginia Higher Education Policy Commission. Dr. Noland received his BA in Political Sciences and his master's degree in Public Policy Studies from West Virginia University, and he holds a PhD in Political Science from the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. Dr. Noland, would you please come forward for your remarks?
Dr. Quasigrove, thank you for that introduction. To everyone, good afternoon. To our guests, it's my pleasure to be with you here today. It's my honor to bring greetings on behalf of the more than 2,600 faculty and staff and 15,000 students who call East Tennessee State University home, a home whose founding mission is traced to improving the quality of life for the people of our region. Traditionally, this event is held on our campus, but because of construction that is changing the face of our university, we're gathered here in another setting. Change is not easy, but it can be transformative, and I want to share with you a story that demonstrates the power of change. I'd like you all to journey back with me to the year 1888. An elderly gentleman is sitting on a park bench in France reading a newspaper. and he stumbles across his obituary. This individual is a man of enormous wealth, and his obituary told the story of the doctor of death, someone who became rich by finding ways to kill people faster and more efficiently than at any point in history. It's ironic that his invention, dynamite, has slowed the pace of change of construction in one of our buildings on campus, a building where this event would traditionally be held. This newspaper confused this individual for his brother, Alfred, who had just passed away. However, thanks to this error, our elderly gentleman had the rare opportunity to see how the world would portray him, his life, and his legacy. 6 years later, when his time on earth had passed, his heirs were shocked to find that in a revised final will and testament, he had dedicated his vast wealth to the creation of a new prize for humanity, a prize that sought to reward achievement across the sciences and liberal arts that were in the pursuit of the greatest benefit of mankind. This individual, Dr. Alfred Nobel, realized that he alone had the power to define his legacy. He took active steps to change, and those steps changed the face of history. Students, as you embark upon your time here at Quillen, I hope that you take time to think about your personal story and how that story will be told long after you're gone. You're joining a university that is physically changing. Over the next 4 years here at Quillen, you will be part of a change. You will have the opportunity to define your career. You will have the opportunity to define your path. And I look forward to being with you 4 years from now as you walk across the stage of the Martin Center, a building that's presently under construction on our campus, and receive your degrees. I look forward to seeing the things that you will do, the changes that you will lead, and the impact that you will have on this region. Congratulations to each of you, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Noland. Dr. Means is the Dean of Medicine and the President of the Medical Education Assistance Corporation. He came to Quillen from the University of Kentucky in 2014. Prior to arriving, he was the Executive Dean and Professor of Medicine at the University of Kentucky. Dr. Means is a graduate of Rice University and of Vanderbilt Medical School. He is board certified in internal medicine and hematology and has been an active researcher throughout his career. Dr. Means, would you please come forward for your remarks?
Thank you. You know you're getting old when your introduction lasts almost as long as your speech is going to. On behalf of the College of Medicine, I welcome all of you, the family, friends, loved ones of our entering class. The white coat ceremony and graduation are twin bookends of the medical education. When I went to medical school, we didn't have a white coat ceremony. In fact, the first documented white coat ceremony took place 10 years after I enrolled in medical school, and Dr. Arnold Gold's first white coat ceremony took place 4 years later. When I became aware of white coat ceremonies sometime in the mid-1990s, I have a confession to make. The idea of a ceremony where you're presented with a white coat to let you know that you are entering into the studies for a profession reminded me of an old Monty Python sketch. In this sketch, a middle-aged man with spectacles, sort of like me, walked into an employment agency and asked if there were any job openings for lion tamers. And when asked what his qualifications were, he said, "Well, I've got the hat." However, it took a while, didn't it? However, when I shifted over to the dean's office at the University of Kentucky in 2011 and started going to white coat ceremonies, I began to appreciate them more as a way that enabled our entering students to enter more profoundly into the meaning of medical education. Medicine is one of the traditional professions. If you were going to shrink the category down farther, it is one of the three traditional professions referred to as a learned profession. It is also sometimes referred to as a vocation. The Latin root of the word vocation is the same as the root, for the word vocal, and it refers to an occupation to which you are called by a higher power, with the implication that accepting that call confers upon you certain commitments and obligations. In medicine, the commitment is to the care of your patient. The obligation is to, at all times, bring the patient your best, and through a process of lifelong learning, work hard to ensure that your best and the best are as close as it's possible to be. When I was in college, the Navy ran a series of recruiting advertisements that ended with the tagline, "It's not a job, it's an adventure." Medicine is not just a job. It is a profession. It is a calling. It is a commitment. But make no mistake, it is also an adventure. And class, welcome to it. Thank you.
I need to get a hat. Thank you, Dr. Means. At this time, I would like to introduce to you one of Quillen's finest, Ms. Lauren Bibb. Ms. Bibb is a fourth-year student who received a BS degree in biology from Tennessee Wesleyan College, summa cum laude. All of Ms. Lauren Bibb's accomplishments are too numerous to mention here, but I will cover a few. She was the cheerleading captain while in college, so think of the demands of that, the academic demands, and then getting to medical school. She has been a volunteer for numerous organizations in the area, including the Second Harvest Food Bank, One Acre Cafe, our Tar Wars program for area schools. She's been on a mission trip to Guatemala. She's participated in the Quillen Phonathon to raise money for the college, among many, many others. She has served as her class secretary since 2015, and she was selected by her class and the faculty for membership in the prestigious Gold Humanism Honor Society in 2018 for her compassion, empathy, and focus on patient-centered care. Ms. Bibb sets a high standard for all of you to aspire to. She plans on a career in dermatology. Ms. Bibb, would you please come forward for your remarks?
Thank you, Dr. Quaz. Good evening. I'd like to welcome each of the members of the class of 2022, as well as their families, friends, and everyone who has supported each of them on their journeys thus far. It is your encouragement and sacrifice that has helped them to reach their goals. The Gold Humanism Honor Society was created as a national honor society for senior medical students, residents, and faculty who demonstrate excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. Gold Humanism Honor Society members have the responsibility to model, support, and advocate for compassionate, patient-centered care throughout our careers. I hope that each of you makes the conscious decision to model the qualities of integrity, compassion, altruism, respect, and empathy while emphasizing humanistic care as you move forward in your journey to become physicians. These are the characteristics that your white coat symbolizes. The first white coat ceremony implemented by Dr. Arnold P. Gold was in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons with the purpose to welcome students to healthcare practice and to emphasize humanism in medicine at the very start of medical education, and this tradition has continued. Today marks an important milestone in your medical career as you officially receive your white coats. This transition into the medical profession is exciting, but with your new role comes responsibility. The white coat is a symbol of professionalism. It is a physical reminder to each patient that you interact with of your promises to heal and to care. Congratulations to each of you, and welcome to the Quillen family. It is an honor to be a part of a program that truly focuses on patient-centered care, and we are excited to share this experience with you. I wish you all the best on your journey and look forward to watching you grow. Your first year will be over before you know it, so cherish these moments and make the most out of your experiences. Remember, each lecture puts you one step closer to living your dream of becoming a physician. It is a privilege to serve in a capacity where people come to you in their most vulnerable state. So continue to be amazed by the human body and the art of medicine. Make every day a learning experience so that you are better prepared to care for your future patients. Every now and then, take a step back from memorizing every detail to appreciate how fortunate you are to be here and to have the opportunity to serve. This first year will seem overwhelming at times, but appreciate the struggle and remain positive along the journey. You were selected over many other applicants for a reason, so use that as motivation that everyone here believes in you. Continue to remind yourself of why you were called to medicine in the first place. Every day, you have the opportunity to learn something that may be important for a future patient. Your desire to help people is what brought you to this point, and it is what should continue to drive and focus you as you move forward. Use your white coat not only as a source of pockets for the numerous books, guides, notes, pens, and tools you will no doubt accumulate, but also as a reminder of your commitment to uphold a standard of professionalism and a promise to be the best you can be for each and every patient you encounter. When wearing your white coat, you are representing not only Quillen, but medical professionals everywhere. Everyone who encounters you will judge future providers based on their experience with you. As medical students, you have the opportunity to make a difference in your patients' lives. You are able to spend more time with your patients than any other member of the medical team. For example, this last year, I had a patient with cancer who was struggling to move forward with his care. Although his options had been described to him by several physicians, he continued to ask the same questions each day and to tell the attending that he just needed more time. While observing these discussions, I believed the patient wanted time to talk about his personal thoughts and feelings rather than just the medical options that were being presented to him. Following rounds one day, I went back to spend more time with the patient. I listened to him as he described the experiences that were impacting his current decision-making. I answered his questions, ensuring he understood and did not feel rushed. In the end, I believe he felt more confident in his decision because he was able to talk through the reasons he was reluctant to move forward. I hope that when you're placed in a situation similar to this, you will take the time to be there for your patients. What may seem like a minor role can make the biggest difference for a patient. The white coat ceremony marks an exciting transition from your pre-medical studies to be the beginning of your clinical education. You are no longer just students. You are now physicians in training. Everything you learn over the next 4 years will play a direct role in how you help your future patients. Wear your white coat with pride and privilege, but also with humility. Again, congratulations and best of luck on your first year. Thank you. Our next speaker is David Cooper, a fellow fourth-year medical student. David was born and raised in Greenville, Tennessee, where he attended Quillen College for his undergraduate education, where he was a member of the cross-country and track and field teams. After graduation from Quillen, David enrolled at Quillen and has been involved in several extracurricular activities during his time in medical school, including president of the Orthopedic Surgery Interest Group, peer tutor for basic science courses, and class representative for the Medical Student Education Committee. David is pursuing a residency and career in orthopedic surgery and hopes to return to this region and serve the people of East Tennessee after completing his training.
for the introduction, Lauren. And I think I second most of the comments that Lauren made to you guys. I think that's all really good advice, and you'll hear lots of those things repeated time and time again. And I think there are things you've probably heard already, but definitely good words to keep with you as you move forward. So when I was asked to speak to you guys this evening, I was kind of trying to remember back to my white coat ceremony, and honestly, I don't remember a whole lot of the details from it. And I think a lot of that's probably because those memories were pushed out of my head from, the biochemical pathways and the anatomical terms that I've been, challenged to remember over the last few years. But when I also thought about it, it's been almost 3 years ago now, since I was sitting where you guys are. And it doesn't seem like 3 years ago. It seems like it was maybe a year ago, maybe even less than that. And I think you guys will hear time and time again that, medical school goes by very quickly, and you should try to enjoy, the time that you have. And even though that can seem challenging sometimes when you're trying to learn all this information quickly, and it seems like it's constantly a challenge, but definitely try to keep, take it one day at a time, try to enjoy the information you're learning, because while it may seem fairly random, sometimes it's almost guaranteed to come back up, either in the hospital or when you're seeing a patient, or even during the clinical years when you're talking about a disease you never thought you would see. So basically, just try to stay optimistic. These first couple of years can be a grind, it can be difficult, but you guys are at a great place, and I think this is one of the medical schools where the students are the closest. It's truly kind of a community, and it's almost a family, I think. So rely on your classmates, use them to get you through the hardships, and also rely on all these people that are sitting out there today, because it's a room full of people, so you guys have plenty of support as you make your way through this journey. So with that, I'm also tasked this afternoon with introducing the next speaker. This is Dr. Brian Helsel. Dr. Helsel was born in El Paso, Texas, at Fort Bliss Army Base. The son of an Army surgeon, he spent his childhood traveling the world. After graduating high school in San Antonio, Texas, he enlisted into the Army. That fall, he deployed to Panama in support of Operation Just Cause. During that time, he applied and was accepted to the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, and went on to graduate in 1994 with a Bachelor of Science degree. Dr. Helsel initially planned to continue straight into medicine, but instead decided to lead soldiers in the Army. Over the next few years, Dr. Helsel received numerous assignments, including to Fort Bragg and Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. During that time, he applied and was accepted into medical school at the Quillen College of Medicine. While a student at Quillen, Dr. Helsel met his future wife and classmate, Shasta Brewer, and both graduated in 2004. Dr. Helsel completed his Army general surgery training at Tripler Army Medical Center, while Shasta completed a pediatrics residency at the University of Hawaii. After completing general surgery training, Dr. Helsel was assigned to Womack Army Medical Center for a year until the start of his thoracic surgery residency. During that year, he was deployed for 9 months to Forward Operating Base Shank in Afghanistan, where he and another surgeon formed the 8th Forward Surgical Team. This was the busiest Level 2 surgical facility, evaluating more than 600 casualties in the first 6 months and performing more than 250 life or limb-saving operations. He was awarded the Bronze Star for his meritorious service in the combat zone. Dr. Helsel then completed his thoracic surgery residency at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. He retired from the Army on July 31st, 2017, with 28 years of service. His awards included the priorly mentioned Bronze Star, the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medals, Master Aviator, Jump Master, and Air Assault badges. After retirement, the family moved back to Johnson City, where he began practice as a cardiothoracic surgeon at Mountain States Medical Group. Dr. Helsel is also a clinical assistant professor of surgery. He's board certified in surgery and thoracic surgery. He's a fellow of the American College of Surgeons, the American College of Cardiology, and the American College of Chest Physicians. Brian and Shasta are also the proud parents of 2 daughters. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brian Helsel.
Boy, it's a little intimidating. I'm not sure what to say after all that, but I just want to tell you guys how humbled and honored I am to be able to be asked to stand before you and talk to you. And I'm going to be a little unconventional, and I'm going to talk mostly to the class. So I'm going to turn away from the audience a little bit and just talk to them, because I think that this ceremony is symbolic of their life and their adventure and where they're supposed to go. There's no doubt there's amazing accomplishments, and I just want to reaffirm with you guys that the things that you have that brought you here and the things that you will get here are amazing. Like they said, I went to an Army residency, so there's people from every institution in the world that were there. And I can tell you that your education will be second to none. There's never been a day in my life traveling around this world where I ever felt like there was a day where I was behind or not equal with someone. But that also takes your hard work and effort to do that. So all this stuff is there. You just have to apply yourself and be there. So kind of when being asked to talk to you guys, you sit and look at yourself and you say, what does one say to the physicians of the future? And I sat here 18 years ago and did the very same thing you guys are doing today, and kind of didn't really, I thought I knew what I was getting into, but it changes. It's different. And you guys are going to have challenges that are different in all sorts of respects. Some of you come in and know exactly what it is that you want to do, and everything is going to be exactly perfect, and it's going to be exactly what you thought, and it's perfect. There's others of you that are going to be challenged in other ways, personally, with situations, relationships, that you got into medicine for one idea, and it's completely different than it was when you get there. And that's okay. You just can't be shaken by that. You've gone through tons of stuff to get to where you are now, to know that it's okay to be there. And all of us have issues along the way that make us wonder where we are and if we're doing the right thing. So in saying that, what I'd like to do is challenge you in 4 areas. And when we talk through those, I'll be finished, and so you guys can enjoy after that. But what I would say to you is the 4 areas are personally. Don't lose yourself as a person. Don't forget who you are. The academics are overwhelming. The training that you're going to go through is very intense. It doesn't stop. It happens the rest of your life. If you haven't figured out how to do this stuff and stay a person and be yourself, learn now. Get help. Have people help you. It's not ever going to stop. It's perpetual learning. The day you stop learning is the day you need to hang your hat on the wall and go home and not come back. But it's doable. It's doable. It's tough. It's challenging, but it's doable. But don't lose yourself in it. Don't lose who you are or what you want to be. And don't forget where you came from or where you are. And every once in a while, you need to do things that are not school and not related to be able to stay a normal person and be someone else. And then I would challenge you on the next level called family. And I would say that family is a generic word. It's certainly these people that are sitting out here and support you and very excited about everything that you're doing and your accomplishments. There's way more to accomplish, though. So stay with it. Keep them involved. It's also an outlet for you to do it. They will always be there the rest of your life. And what I would like to say to you is this is family. This is family right here. And if you take your time as a class to learn each other and become each other, you'll know more about each other. There's going to be certainly people you don't like as much as others. There's certainly going to be infighting and problems. But I'll tell you, the luxury that you have is a small class that's very close-knit. I can't tell you the times that I still call classmates for something for my kid or someone else, and you know those people and you know how to trust them, and you will look them up and you find it. When I look for a place to retire, we wanted to be in the Southeast somewhere, but coming back here has really been like coming home again. It's really something special, and you feel like you're welcomed back. And so take advantage of that. Some classes are closer than others, but if you guys spend the time to develop that family, you'll have support in your academics, you have support in your careers that last the rest of your life, you'll have free advice from someone that you know that you can relate to, and then you got family out here and all over the place, to include the faculty. We're all here to help you together. We've all been through this before. We're all still going through it. So build on the family and take advantage of it. It's there for you. Then I'm going to say something professionally. This coat that you take is just a symbol. It's something that you carry with you, but it doesn't matter whether you're wearing that white coat or not. You're still a physician, and people know that. And whether you like it or not, it puts you in a place of respect where people do that. But you have to earn that respect. You have to act as a professional. You have to be a professional. Does that mean you can't have fun and do fun things? No, it doesn't. But you got to know where the right places are and to do the right things and know how to do that. And sometimes that's with medicine, and sometimes that's just with life skills. Sometimes people don't have the life skills, and like we heard Lauren talk about, sometimes just sitting down with a patient and spending a few minutes with them makes all the difference in the world. And what I'll tell you is, when you get lost in the education and you get lost in the first couple years of just books and tests and stuff like that, don't forget that you're building a foundation, and sink yourself into the patients. Those opportunities that you get to be with someone, to mentor with them and learn with them, spend extra time with the patients, and you'll find yourself where you are now, excited about it, and what it is about it is the people. The people and their stories is what brings you around to something that makes this, it's all worthwhile that way. Kind of tying into that is my last thing, is leadership. It's professionalism and leadership. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be a leader in your community. Our nation is in desperate need of leaders, whether it's medical, political, or just social. So don't forget that this jacket also symbolizes that. You're a leader in your community, in your nation, in your state. That doesn't mean you have to run for office. That just means that you have to take that responsibility seriously and understand that that's there. Because people are going to look at you and expect that you lead from the front. And they're going to watch what you do. And sometimes it's things that you don't even realize that you're doing that set the trend for them. So just don't forget that. And it's a fascinating journey if you let it be. This is a major milestone for you guys. You start to become in the driver's seat now, which is different. You're used to like competing to try and get into a spot. Now you're changes a little bit. You start to get to choose what you want and choose places that you want to be. And don't forget that you have that power, that you get more power with that as you go, and you develop yourself however you want. So I want to tell you congratulations. Think about trying to be a person. Don't forget about family, and know that it's professionalism is very important as well as being a leader. And so we're all here and available to you. Congratulations. I can't tell you what an accomplishment it is. This is just another step, though. Just another milestone and a life full of service to the people. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Helsel. You can see why I wanted him here. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kenneth Olive, the Executive Associate Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs at the Quillen College of Medicine, a position that he has held since 2008. Dr. Olive received his MD degree from Eastern Carolina University School of Medicine. He's a professor in the Department of Internal Medicine and has been a faculty member since 1989. He previously served as Vice Chairman of the Department of Internal Medicine, as Division Chief of the Johnson City Division of General Internal Medicine, and was the Interim Dean of Medicine. Dr. Olive, will you please come forward for your remarks and to administer the honor code to the students?
So as future physicians, you were chosen for admission to the Quillen College of Medicine, not just because you've had outstanding academic careers to date, but because the admissions committee thought that you were women and men of integrity. As physicians, you're going to hold the public trust, and therefore you're expected to adhere to the high standards of personal honor. You're expected to accept responsibility for your professional development by cultivating your knowledge and skills built upon the foundation of professional integrity. Your honesty and commitment to the profession will compel you to support the Honor Code by adhering to it and reporting violations of it. The Honor Code works only if students understand it and are committed to upholding it. The code is simple, yet its spirit is broad and it covers all aspects of a medical student's education. The code, as a minimum standard of honor for a medical student, forms the link to the high standards expected by society of physicians in practice. Honor, personal integrity, and commitment to the profession are fundamental characteristics essential to be a successful physician. Medical students are expected to conduct themselves in a manner reflective of their fitness to practice medicine. With the class of 2022, now stand and read the Honor Code in unison with me, printed in the back of your brochure. Medical students at the Quillen College of Medicine shall not lie, cheat, or steal. Please be seated.
It's simple, but powerful and necessary. And that's the rest of their life, to live by that code. We are now approaching the moment of the program that all of you have so patiently awaited, the cloaking of the students in their new white coats. Dr. Helsel and Dr. Means, would you please come forward and take your place for the honor of cloaking the members of the class of 2022. Would the first row of students please rise and come forward to sign the Honor Code pledge and receive your white coat as your name is read. Alexandra Abels. Daniel Bedot. Siobhan Berwari. Prince Boyache. Gina Botsko. Jeanette Cagle. Coleman Churich. Autumn Conger. Jacqueline Corso. Cody Cox. Mallory Crowley. Jay Davis. Fabronia Dawood. Logan Dale. Joseph De Francesco. Natalie Ellis. Anderson Estes. Leah Fessinger. Bethany Faust. Aaron Flock. Braylon Gowaluk. Nellie Gregorian. Heather Grubbs. Angela Haxel Newmark. Taylor Harris. Fred Hicks Jr. Lauren Hill. Abigail Holt. Benjamin Hopkins. Morgan Howard. Britton Husky. Mayuri Yagadish. Morgan Jameson. Jonathan Jones. Michelle Kelly. Sarah King. Paul Kirby. Caleb Nicely. Taylor Lipinski. Abigail Lazex. Judith Latta. Jane Main. Megan Masty. Allie Maxwell. Rebecca Merrifield. Joseph Miller. Merkel Moore. Jordan Newby. Caitlin Nicholson. Isabella Neal Gomez. Naveed Nurdin. Wes Pechtel III. Stefan Piankowski. Haley Porter. Alexandra Proctor. Daniel Rayleigh. Sarah Allen Ray. Alora Ricker. Colin Rose. Connor Ryan. Haley Scarborough. Maura Sedum. Ryan Serbin. Lex Sue. Nancy Claire Smith. Nicholas Solt. Lucas Stiles. Benjamin Welch. Kaylee Whitfield. Jade Wiley. Cody Winstead. Caitlin Wise. Austin Yoders. Emma Zybus. Please join me in another round of applause for the class of 2022. Now I would like to ask Dr. Means to come forward to administer the oath of commitment to the members of the class of 2022. Will the members of the class of 2022 please rise and turn to the last page of your program for the oath of commitment.
Okay. Class, if you'll say the oath of commitment with me. As I embark on the study of medicine at the Quillen College of Medicine, I will enter into a relationship of mutual respect with my teachers and my colleagues. I will strive to develop those qualities that will earn the respect of my patients, my colleagues, my family, and myself. I will value the knowledge and wisdom of physicians who have preceded me and will endeavor to contribute in their tradition. I will maintain the trust expected of a physician and honor the sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship. I will respect the secrets which are confided in me and hold sacred the patient's right to privacy. I will place the care of my patients as my foremost responsibility, and I will grow in the profession with conscience and dignity. Thank you.
Please be seated. We're not done yet. For many years, graduating medical students had their introduction to the Quillen College of Medicine Alumni Society during an event called Match Day, held in March, when the graduates find out where they will be headed for their residency training. In 2010, the Quillen Alumni Society began a program to strengthen the relationship between alumni and current medical students during medical school. The first effort was to assist the students with funding our Student Study Center that many of you toured today, hopefully. That campaign is still ongoing, and to date, we raised nearly $260,000 in gifts and pledges to support the Student Study Center. In 2011, the second effort was initiated. We asked alumni of the College of Medicine to sponsor the White Coat for an incoming medical student and to assist with funding of selected student orientation activities, such as the White Coat reception today. This year, to date, over $25,000 has been raised due to the generosity of our alumni and friends of Quillen. As part of this initiative, in addition to receiving your first White Coat today, each of our students has received a note of congratulations from a Quillen graduate that is in the pocket of their White Coat. At this time, I would like to ask the class of 2022 to please stand, remove your envelope, and read your note. Please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. If any of those notes included a check, it comes to me. I hope your note means as much to each of you as it did to the alumni that wrote it. Our goal is to continue to increase alumni involvement with the College of Medicine students in a variety of ways, with a particular emphasis on scholarships, so that we can address the problem of increasing educational debt. It is my desire to ensure that all of our students are making career decisions based on passion for their discipline, rather than financial need because of loan debt. So increasing scholarships will dramatically help with this effort. Would any the alumni present please rise to be recognized so that we can thank you for your support for the College of Medicine and these activities. Are there any alumni out there? I know there are a couple. Come on. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Wilshie Bishop, the Vice President for Health Affairs at East Tennessee State University, a position she has held since 2007. Dr. Bishop holds a BSN and an MSN degree from Virginia Commonwealth University, and she graduated from the University of Southern California with a doctorate of public administration. During her tenure at ETSU of over 30 years, Dr. Bishop has served in numerous capacities. She has been involved with numerous academic institutions in the region, within the state, and at the national level. Dr. Bishop, would you please come to the podium for closing remarks?
Well, it looks like it was just Monday morning when I said, welcome to Quillen College of Medicine. How's your week been? Good. Any second thoughts? Good. I bet you're glad to hear that too, aren't you? Well, there's an unknown author that has a quote that I use often. It's something that's meaningful to me. It keeps me going sometimes when the times get tough. And there are going to be times when the going gets tough for you. And I want you to think about the words of this unknown author. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Wearing the white coat is an honor. It's something you should do with great pride and great humility. You should be aware of the responsibilities it symbolizes. I think you've heard that message a lot today. From this point forward, your personal integrity and your professionalism will be held to higher levels of accountability. I know that each of you take these responsibilities willingly and that you will uphold the proud traditions of your profession. Throughout the next 4 years, and after you graduate from Quillen College of Medicine in 2022. Congratulations on your admission to Quillen College of Medicine, and my very best wishes to each of you for a medical school experience that will help you grow as an individual and that will prepare you for the important role awaiting you upon graduation. Did I say that was 2022? Sounds good. You were given this life because you were strong enough to live it. I wish you the best.
So we have reached the conclusion of our annual white coat ceremony. Before I release you, I would like to thank everyone who helped make this a special day. I would like to thank Drs. Nolan, Bishop, Means, Olive, Helsel, Ms. Bibb, Mr. Cooper for their participation. And I would like to thank the entire staff of the Office of Student Affairs for their continued dedication and support of our students and for their hard work to make this event and all activities of orientation so successful. I am truly blessed to have such wonderful people working with me. They include Mr. Doug Taylor, who is responsible for admissions, bringing these wonderful people to us. His staff in the section of admissions and records, Ms. Joyce Underwood and her staff in the section of financial aid, Ms. Shelley Higgins and Donna Barnes from support services, and as always, Ms. Sue Russell, our office manager, who pretty much makes everything happen in our office. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. Again, I would like to thank all of you, the family and friends of the class of 2022, for being with us this afternoon. Remember, you are also now part of the Quillen family team. Finally, to the members of the class of 2022, the path to becoming a physician starts with the commitment and the pledge that you made today. Strive earnestly to acquire the knowledge, the skills, the attitudes needed to become a complete physician. Take charge of your education, approach it with grit and desire to continuously improve yourself as a student and as a person, things you have heard repeatedly today. Best wishes to you and congratulations. And now with the members of the stage party and the class of 2022, please rise and follow me off the stage.